Every time I drop a new song on Spotify and every other streaming service, I like to set my ad campaign up so that it launches at midnight on Friday on the day of release. I want to make sure I get my ads up and running at the very beginning of the release cycle so that for the first weekend, I can really drive a lot of traffic to that song specifically on Spotify so that we can grow the numbers really quickly and hopefully take advantage of some of the leverage that we can get on the platform through Release Radar and Discover Weekly. Now, the question is, how do I set things up in advance so that it's set to go live at midnight? Well, there are a few different steps that I take to ensure my ads are up and running at the very beginning. So today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what those are. So before we dig into ToneDen and Facebook ads and I walk you through all the step-by-step of everything that I set up, the first thing I want to say is this. You need to make sure that you schedule your ad campaign well in advance of the release day because it's going to have to go through the review period. Facebook is going to have to take a look at all of the ads that you've newly created and make sure there's nothing malicious or spammy about them. So you want to give yourself plenty of time before your song actually goes live. So for me, what I like to do is schedule everything at least a week in advance, at least a Friday before my song actually drops. This way I give myself plenty of time for my ads to go through the review process and I give myself plenty of time to troubleshoot if something goes wrong. I set up my ToneDen link, I set up my ads, and I make sure everything is ready to go a week before my song comes out. The question really is, how do I do that when I can't get my song link from Spotify until it's out or the day before it comes out? Well, I have kind of come up with a system that's a bit of a workaround, but it works every single time, and I'm going to walk you through it on ToneDen and in the ad platform. So let's dig into it. So this is a landing page that I created for my song Hero, which actually drops tomorrow, Friday, May 14th. You need a hero, someone to save us. So if you're watching this on Thursday, the 13th, go check that out tomorrow. If you're watching it anytime after that, go check it out right now. I'll leave a link to the song in the description so you can go listen to it at your leisure. This is a landing page I made for my song Hero. This song was not out when I made it, and I made this landing page over a week before the song came out. So I used ToneDen, as I always do, and this is how I did it. So if we go to ToneDen and we go to Create a New Link Campaign, we're going to go to Music, as we always do. We're going to go to Existing Release because we're not going to use a pre-save campaign. And here, instead of putting in a link to my song, I am going to go to Spotify and pull the link from my actual profile as an artist. So if I go to my artist profile, I'm going to go to the three buttons, go to Share, copy link to artist, and then we're just going to drop that link in right here and click Create Link. And from here, it's just going to be available on Spotify. Cool, that's what we want. And then we're going to click Continue. Now here, obviously it's set up to go to my artist account, but what I want to do is create a landing page for Hero in advance. So instead of letting it auto-populate, I am going to change my landing page image. I'm going to drop in my file for the Hero cover art, and ToneDen will do all the rest for me. So instead of pulling the artwork from Spotify like it normally does, I just uploaded the file myself, and everything else now looks exactly as if it pulled it from Spotify. So now I'm going to go through and manually input all the information instead of allowing ToneDen to do it on my behalf. Because they're pulling information from my profile, I've got to make sure everything is how I want it to be. So I'm just going to put in the name of the song, my artist name, click Continue. Don't want to preview. This looks good. Use my own domain. We are going to use Go. And since I've already used the Hero extension, we are going to do this Hero Spotify, just for the purposes of this video. So the link to the actual landing page I've already made is go.tomdepre3rd.com/hero. So we're just going to add Spotify to the end. All the pixels look good, and this is it. Now the landing page is good to go. So I'll click Create Link, and the link will be made. And when that happens, I will end up with this. And this landing page will take me directly to my artist profile instead of the song on Spotify. So now at this point, I have my link. I have go.tomdepre3rd.com/hero, and now I'm free to make my ad campaign. So if we hop over to Facebook ads, I've already made this ad campaign. I made this over a week in advance. It's scheduled, it's ready to go, and here is the campaign. So I set up Hero Spotify release. I was able to create my 3 ad sets. This time around, I'm testing some different stuff. I've talked about this in some recent videos, and I'm gonna do a deep dive into this after we get some results on this campaign. But beforehand, this is what I'm working with. I'm using an ad set for all the Spotify territories. And then I'm testing a couple of new ad sets. One is all the territories, but with lookalike expansion and detailed targeting expansion on. And then I'm doing one for trigger countries. This is the top 30 countries in my Spotify for artists with both lookalike expansion and detailed targeting expansion on, just to see what happens. So that's what I'm testing this time around. And each ad set, I'm testing 6 ads for the song. Each ad has the exact same visual, and each ad has a different section of the song in it. Okay, so I've made my landing page a week in advance. I've made my ad campaign a week in advance. It's all scheduled. It's now been through review, so everything is scheduled. It's ready to go. It's gonna start tomorrow when the song drops. But my landing page still is directing traffic to the artist profile. Sending traffic to my artist profile is what I wanna do for my growth campaign. I do that for every ad in my growth campaign so that I'm constantly getting more followers, because that's the main metric I'm after with that. But with a release campaign, I want to send traffic directly to the song. How do I do that? How do I change the landing page without disrupting my ads? Well, this is the reason I made the landing page early. If we go to one of my ads, you can see that I'm able to use the link that we created on ToneDen. So I have my link, go.tomdupree3rd.com/hero. So what actually needs to be changed is none of this in Facebook. Facebook is set. It's not going to change anything. I'm not going to change the link. Nothing's going to have to go into review. It's ready to go. The only thing I have to change is the link inside of the button on ToneDen. So to do that, what I do is go to the profile tab in Spotify for artists, and I'm filming this video before the day before the song comes out, so it's not available. But on the Thursday before your song drops, every time this has happened for me, on the Thursday before my song drops, the artwork will show up here. And when the artwork shows up here, you can click these 3 dots and go to View on Spotify. And when you go to View on Spotify, your song will show up. Now, because it's not out yet, it will be grayed out. You won't be able to play it. You won't be able to listen to it. Nothing like that. Now this one is obviously playable because this is from my previous single, Holding On. So this one is live, but the same thing will apply to your song that hasn't dropped yet. It will be grayed out, but you can still go to the 3 dots on the right-hand side, select share, and you'll be able to copy your song link. Now, once you've copied your song link, you'll go back to ToneDen, you'll select your link that you created for the song, and when you go to edit, you will change the stream source. So you'll select your artist, and you will drop in the track. Click Update Link. You'll confirm that your link works, which it does. Deselect everything else that you don't want to show, and then you'll continue with the setup process. And when you get to the end of the setup process again, your entire landing page will be exactly the same as it was before, same URL. The only difference will be that the button does not send traffic to your artist profile. Instead, it sends traffic to your song. So in this way, we're able to completely make a landing page and a full Facebook campaign that will go live at midnight the day your song releases without having to change anything on the Facebook side of things, so that it doesn't go back into the review process and then you miss the launch of your campaign the moment that your song comes out. This is how I've done it for the past several releases. It's worked every time without a hitch. So if you want to schedule your release in advance, definitely try to do it at least a week beforehand. Go through these steps and you will be able to make sure that your campaign launches at midnight when your song drops, and then you'll be off to the races. So that's it for this one. Before I sign off, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you don't, like and share this video if you're digging it. And please be sure to check out my new song, Hero, link in the description of this video. Now at the end, got a couple of videos you can check out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.